Kizomba enthusiasts, and welcome to the first episode of Kizomba Conversations. I'm your host, Victor, and on this show, we get the opportunity to sit down with some amazing guests who are on the Kizomba scene. We get to sit down with DJs, dancers, performers, artists, and delve into their lives and find out why they love this amazing dance of Kizomba that we all love. I'm really, really excited today because I'm joined by my first guest, first person that's on the show. I've been trying to get her here for a very, very long time, and she finally said yes to come on the show. All right, so I'm really happy about that. So this person, my friend, she is a teacher here in London. Her classes are always busy, full and ram. She's an amazing dancer. I love dancing with her. So please help me welcome my friend Shaina to the show. Hello, Shaina.
Hey.
You're finally here.
Hello.
Finally here. I'm so happy that you've made it, and I'm really happy that you're the first guest. And thank you for being here. So we're gonna get into all things Kizomba.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Gonna have a good conversation, and we're gonna find out all about you. Now the thing is, I've got so much to ask you. Right, I just couldn't remember it off the top of my head, so I've got these cards here with lots of information, and we're gonna go through these and see where we get. Is that all right?
All good.
Fantastic. Okay, everyone, let's go. All right. So I think we'll start obviously with the first question then, yeah? And if we can just, you can tell the viewers, the people watching, just, generally, who is Shaina? Okay, just a little bit about you. Not necessarily about Kizomba, but a little bit about you. Who are you?
Gosh, I mean, still trying to work that one out, lads.
Aren't we all? Okay.
So me, funny gal, weird gal. I mean, day job, I work in property, and by night I'm a dancer, pretty much. So I like to go out, I like to have fun. I'm young, ambitious, determined, have a lot of drive. But yeah, I'm just chilled, easygoing. I like to have a lot of fun, pretty much, and just have a good time. I mean, all my friends, you yourself know, anyone else who's been getting to know me now knows I like to have fun, and yeah, pretty much just fun and relaxing. Just my day job is very stressful, so if I can chill out in the evenings, I will do.
Thing about Kizomba is it's a great de-stressor, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So you're on that dance floor, you can definitely de-stress if you've got a busy job in the daytime.
100%. So many people speak to me and, not necessarily on the dance floor, but maybe personally via text. And we discuss the issues that we may be having on a day to day. And, when we dance, it's blissful. Don't think about anything at all. So, yeah, it's nice.
Fantastic. Blissful is a word. Okay, cool. Excellent. So then tell us about your journey then into the Kizomba world. How did you discover this amazing dance style?
So through my mother, everyone who knows me for the last 7 years knows that I was Denise's daughter for a very, very long time. And I was happy to be Denise's daughter. So my mum had started, she'd been in the game for, 12, 13 years or something. So when she was learning, she would take us, me and my siblings, to sort of mess around in the hall next door while she was learning. And then one day I had a bad breakup and I needed to take my mind off of it. And yeah, I was like, Mum, where do you go during the evenings? Like, what do you do? And she was like, well, come along and find out. So my first, I guess, step into the dance world was at O'Neill's.
O'Neill's, yeah.
On Sundays, which was at the time. And yeah, it was pretty much went there, take her class because she was always doing beginners. And I had 2 left feet, to be completely honest. She was like, I just need you to follow, I just need you to shuffle. And it was like, this isn't making any sense in any way, shape or form. But yeah, since then, I think I have not stopped dancing since that first time when I was about 21. I hadn't stopped dancing at all, without fail.
So it's fair to say that you enjoyed that first class then?
100%. I caught the bug, and I'm here to spread the bug to anyone else. It's contagious.
Okay. So I mean, it's kind of the same kind of question, but before I go into that question, I'm going to ask you, we've got some viewers who might be new to Kizomba, yeah? And obviously you and I, we dance it, but for those people who are new to Kizomba,
yeah,
how would you describe the dance style? What would you say to them? Or how would you describe it?
So It's sensual, not sexual. Very big difference. I know if you type Kizomba into YouTube, into Google, you'll see a lot of intimacy things taking place in the dance hall. But essentially, when you get down to it, Kizomba is a family dance. It's about Kizomba literally translates to party. And it's a family dance that you dance with your mum, your dad, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. So from where it originated from, no, it's not anything to do with inappropriate behavior on the dance floor. So whatever you see is not the case. Um, but yeah, it's a partner dance. So me and Victor have been friends for a very long time. So we will happily dance it. Victor's happily married. It's just a dance amongst friends, pretty much. And I think that's what I like about it. And I spoke with someone earlier on today saying that they prefer a dance like that compared to going to the clubs. I used to like clubbing when I went to university.
Yeah.
And, all sorts, as we all know, would happen in the club. But then it was like, okay, as I get older, I want something a bit more sophisticated, a bit more adult like, as you go through the process of adulting. And so Kizomba is not as intimate as you think. Yes, it is close, but think of it as like salsa, partner dance, not necessarily couples, but two individuals who like to dance, like to have fun, and enjoying the same music at the same time.
Fantastic. So let's remember sensual, not sexual. That's what we've got to remember, right?
Big difference.
Big difference.
Big difference.
Okay. All right. So in terms of Kizomba then, we've got other dance styles, right? So we've got like, well, let's just take salsa as an example. What do you think sets Kizomba apart from other dance styles?
God, that's a question.
Or what makes it unique, you think?
I guess what makes it unique is, I'd probably say, the origins of the dance, especially with it being a family dance. Usually, I'm not au fait with the origins of the other dance styles like salsa bachata, but how I've known Kizomba is more of a family dance, and there isn't strict, rigid rules, especially in terms of timing. Salsa 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, bachata 1, 2, 3 tap. Kizomba is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6. So there's a lot of variation when it comes to Kizomba, and I'm finding with the more that I teach, a lot of salsamberos, people who dance
people who
salsa and
dance salsa,
bachata,
those salsa people.
they find it difficult to interpret the method behind Kizomba because they're so used to strict, regimented rules and numbers and counts, and they're like, "So what's the number? What's the count?" It's like there isn't really a number or a count. If you want to start on a 3, you can start on a 3.
Yeah,
pretty much. So yeah, I think that's what makes it unique and different.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then just, totally right. And building on what you said, I remember my first ever class of Kizomba. And, I used to dance salsa. So salsa, like so many people, right? We transitioned from salsa to Kizomba. But I remember that first class, man, and it was tough. Because obviously in salsa, it's more fast paced, right? So you're moving generally more than you are in Kizomba.
Yeah.
And then you have to listen to the music more.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I just couldn't get it, man. And then the teacher, I think we also had a tough teacher as well.
Yeah.
And he was proper because he was Angolan and he wanted to make, his dance, the right dance.
Yeah.
And if I just wasn't getting the moves. So I actually hated my first class. I hated it. But for some reason, all these years later, I stuck with it. And now we're doing a podcast about Kizomba. And I don't even know what salsa is anymore. Right? So it's like what you were saying before. It just gets you.
Yeah.
Right. And it's just, it's an amazing dance. So for anybody watching and you're new to this, don't be afraid. Just jump in there. You'll love it, especially the music. Okay. No, great. So thank you. All right. Let's talk about you then, because obviously you are a teacher, right? So you talked about a bit about your mum, but then I just want to find out what inspired you to become a teacher. Was it your mum or was it other things?
I had no aspirations to be a teacher. It fell into my lap.
Okay.
And I took it by the gonads and I ran with it. I'm not a person who likes to be in front of people on stage. I get stage fright and anxiety very easily. So it was a case of where I teach on Wednesdays, I was assisting Makumba at the time,
Mhm.
and they needed another level for absolute beginners, as those who literally walk off the street.
Macomber is, sorry.
Dance teacher,
Okay.
another dance teacher, renowned, very great, very
Okay.
good, very great at what he does. My
Cool.
mum always used to call him Semba King,
Semba King, yeah.
and so I sought him out because I
Okay.
was like, I need to find who this King of Semba is.
And we need to get him on the show, right?
Definitely.
Macomber. Okay. Cool. Anyway, sorry, carry on.
So yeah, so I was assisting him, and we needed a new level. Absolute beginners, those who came off the street, who didn't know what they were doing, never danced before. And so that opportunity was given to me, and I was like, okay, cool, we'll run with it. I've assisted Macomber for quite some time. Obviously there was a syllabus as well, and sort of like see how we go. So yeah, as with anything, first few tries, first few goes were very nerve-wracking, and you know, I don't know how to project my voice, and I don't know what to say, I don't know how to deal with it, this, that, and the other. But now I absolutely love it. I fully enjoy teaching, and that bug that I had is the same bug that I want to spread to everyone, and I want them, as you had said, you had an awful teacher when you had first started, or not.
Yeah, just strict.
Awful,
Yeah.
very, very strict. So your experience wasn't as enjoyable.
Yeah.
I want every person who comes to my class for their experience to be enjoyable. So that was sort of my, what's the word I'm looking for? That was sort of, say, my personal statement, as it were, for me moving forward as a teacher, basically. So yeah, fell into it and now absolutely love it. And now on a mission to make sure everyone loves it as much as I do.
And that's really great because you said you were a shy person. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's always great to have that breakthrough because obviously now I'm sure you're a lot more confident, right?
I would say so. Still an introvert, but yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But I guess, it's all about that practice, the progression from where you were to where you are now. Obviously if somebody comes to your class, they're not going to see you as a shy individual. They're going to see you as probably a strict teacher as well, I'm guessing. But anyway, we'll talk about that a bit later. But okay, cool. That's really, really cool. Cool. And with that then, I'm sure being a teacher, well, okay, so how long have you been teaching now?
Oh, I thought about this the other day. 2023, maybe 2.5 years.
2.5
like
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I actually remember some time ago when we used to dance, and so 2 years before, so time ago, before you were a teacher. And I remember, you probably don't remember, but we had a conversation, and you said to me once, I want to be really, really good. I don't know if you remember that, but you said that to me. I remember that. And I was like, okay, cool. And then, obviously now you're teaching. But okay, you probably don't remember that, but why did you want to be really good at dancing Kizomba?
I just wanted to be the best of the best.
Yeah.
I'm very much used to being the best
Okay.
at what I do. So
All right.
I literally just wanted to be the best of the best. And I could see, I think I had aspirations in the back of my head, not necessarily prevalent at the time, to dance abroad.
Okay.
Basically. So I was like, I just want to be good. I want to be able to dance with anybody that I dance with. So in that headspace, I just wanted to only dance with teachers at that time, just to get better. Because I was like, I love it so much that I just want to keep going and going and going. And even now, still want to keep going and going and going.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, cool. I just remember that. But anyway, yeah. Cool. Excellent. All right. Yeah. So let's talk about some challenges then. So obviously, teacher, you're confident now, but I'm sure that along the way, it wasn't always easy. So can you tell us, tell the viewers and people watching, any challenges that you kind of had along the way? Because obviously, teaching can be really rewarding.
Yeah.
But it's not without its challenges, I'm guessing. So what can you show us about that?
Yeah, so challenges I would say would be to do with myself and to do internally and externally. If I focus on internally, it would be more so questioning as to whether I'm good enough, because some people may have had training from other teachers, not necessarily on how to dance, but also on how to be a teacher effectively. I was sort of just picking it up from what I'd seen and how I have been taught, and seeing where there may have been errors in the way I was taught in order to try and improve and help the next generation of dancers. So yeah, a lot of questioning as to whether I was good enough or deserving of the position that I was in.
Imposter syndrome, yeah.
Imposter syndrome.
It's a thing. Yeah.
And also like seeing others and being like, okay, maybe I'm not where I want to be right now, but I will get there at some point. And not pretending to be good. If I don't know something, then I'm happy to say I don't know. There's no point in me pretending and teaching someone nonsense and then saying, yep, that's my student, or they say, oh, she taught me, and it's like, well, I don't know what I'm talking about. So yeah, internally it was dealing with that and also having to overcome my anxiety of being in front of people. So now it's a case of I count down from 5 before I go on, and then it's like, okay, I know exactly what to do.
Wow.
And it was also the lack of knowledge at the time. So we're still trying to learn how to teach, how to conduct myself, how to project my voice and things like that. And how to deal with other people.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to certain questions or certain behaviors. So then it leads into externally. When you're dealing with people, everyone has different personalities, I'm dealing with adults, I'm not dealing with kids.
Yep.
So I can't be disciplining adults like their kids. You obviously have to, there's a level of respect between, and obviously there are people who are older than me that I'm also teaching at the same time. So I can't be speaking down to them. In general, I mean, even kids as well. But yeah, it's having to manage that. And I guess another one of the challenges is people who don't get it.
Okay, talk to us about that.
People who don't get it is very frustrating.
Sorry, when you say don't get it,
don't understand the step, or you have to explain yourself a million times.
Okay.
There's a level of patience of which I never knew I had. And no one tells you that you need when it comes to teaching. And now I understand why my mum did not show me how to drive a car, because the level of patience needed is out of this world.
Wow.
But I enjoy teaching beginners because you get to learn things from the beginning for yourself. And I have to remember where I started. And I watched a video consistently of my mum trying to get me to shuffle, and I couldn't move. It was like it didn't make sense.
Yeah.
But then putting myself back into those shoes 7 years ago, it's like, this makes sense. And the stuff that I was told or wasn't told at the time is now what I want to educate other people with. So it is challenging, but then if you flip it into a positive, you are learning how to liaise with various types of people and various styles of learning. Some people are, work best with movement. Some people work best with visuals. Some people work best with sound. Yeah. Currently, I'm teaching someone who has a hearing impairment. Oh, wow. And honestly, it is an amazing experience because now I've had to tailor my classes, not at the disadvantage of anyone else, but merely to the advantage of him, to be able to understand still for him how to move without being able to fully hear.
It's amazing.
The music.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just makes it interesting. And also it becomes an interactive experience because now I involve my students and say, if you do me a favor, because I can't be everywhere at any one time, when I count down, 5, 6, 7, 8, can you just tap him when it's time to move? And he will move at that time. Yeah. It's just, we all have different ways of understanding the world. And I sat back and I watched him dancing and I was like to my friend at the time, if you just look at him, he can't hear a thing. It's silent for him. He can hear beats. He can not hear beats, but he can feel it in his feet. He can feel it in his feet, but he can't hear a thing. It's silent for him. And whilst we're here, we can hear all the different percussion instruments, the string instruments. He hears nothing, but feels so much in just the bass. Wow. So it's an incredible experience.
It is.
So with the challenges comes greatness. And, being a teacher is a great responsibility, because, especially a beginner's teacher, because you are the mother to your little ducklings who are going to grow up to be ducks. And that first interaction is the most important interaction for them moving forward.
Absolutely. I mean, what a great answer. And I'm just blown away by that. Because, obviously we say music, you've got to feel it anyway, right? But if you can't hear, it's just amazing. Okay, that's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay, cool. And obviously it's rewarding, like we said before, right? So you get a lot of rewarding feeling out of
I can see that they do a shuffle.
Yeah.
Honestly, the best feeling. I don't have kids, but I've got a lot of kids out there
You got a lot of
currently
kids on the dance floor
who can
that
shuffle,
you
and I'm
can
happy about it.
shuffle. That's amazing. Okay, cool. And then, all right. So, are you able, as a teacher, then? I'm sure that you must have had some memorable experiences on the dance floor or teaching. So, is there anything funny that's happened to you or embarrassing while you've been a teacher that you want to share to us, maybe, or can
God,
share with us on your journey?
embarrassing or funny? That was hilarious. Someone had said to me, they said, "What's the count?" Going through steps for a routine, and he says, "Is it a 16 count?" I said, "What?" I said, 16. I said, "I don't understand.
Yeah.
16. There's only 8 beats per bar. Where did you get 16 from?" I said,
Yeah.
clearly someone not musically attuned, but it's fine. You say it with a smile and say,
Okay.
not 16,
That's
but it's 8. We only do it up to 8. You don't hear me going 9, 10, 11, and
okay.
so on and so forth.
Were they educated after that, you think?
They were very educated.
Yeah. Okay. Well, they're in your class, right? So yeah. So it's cool. Okay. Excellent. And then what about some of the teachers then that inspired you? Obviously, you got your mum there, but I guess what I'm trying to figure out is who inspired you or who still inspires you now? Who do you look up to in terms of the teaching world?
You know what? I don't think I look up to anyone.
Okay.
I don't look up to anyone. I value everyone in terms of their experience of what they bring to the scene. There's no one specific that I look up to, because the issue with that is you look up to someone and then everything that they do, you try to embody and you
Hmm.
try to emulate, and then you don't become your own dancer in your own right. You then become that dancer
Okay.
rather than yourself. So everyone, every teacher I respect. I try to go to their classes. I try to learn something new from them, because they all have some form of knowledge from somewhere. So yeah, I wouldn't say I look up to anyone, but I do value everyone and their experience,
Hmm.
especially in terms of shaping my journey
Okay.
along the way.
Yeah. Is there anyone in particular that's helped you, that's kind of shaped your journey, took you under their wing, or you can say that, yeah, it's because of this person that I've got certain things or anything along those
So I
lines?
would say Makumba, most definitely. We
Yeah.
spent a lot of time together dancing on the dance floor. So as I said to you, my mum had said, this guy, he's really good. And at the time I was dancing 5 nights a week, and I just wanted to just constantly dance. So me and him became friends, and we spent a lot of time dancing
Hmm.
together on the dance floor, and it's almost like intensive training without me having asked for it. Um, Obviously saw the potential was there and just wanted to push and push and push. But yeah, I'm very grateful for that, insofar as I wouldn't know what I know now had I not been
Yeah.
taken under his wing for that period of time.
Okay. So it's fair to say that he kind of pushed you out of your comfort zone a little bit.
Oh,
Would that be fair?
100%. It was
Yeah.
necessary.
It was necessary.
It's
Okay.
necessary.
Mikumba, we're getting you, man. But you're coming. We're coming on the show, dude. Anyway. All right. Cool. Okay. Okay. Moving on to your classes
Mm.
then. So I come to your class. I'm a beginner.
Mm-hmm.
Or some people have watched this podcast and they think, yeah, you know what? I want to try Kizomba now. I want to go to where Shaina's teaching. What can people expect from a class with you? So not so much how are you different to other teachers, but what can they expect when they come into your lesson or your class from you?
Oh, it'll be fun, and there'll be loads of jokes
Fun and loads of jokes.
and a lot of sass.
Okay.
It is misunderstood as militants.
Hmm.
It's not. It's just, I want it to be really relaxed for them. I don't want it to be like a boot camp.
Hmm.
That's the last thing I want.
Hmm.
You don't want it to be, people don't come from work to then continue working after hours.
Hmm.
So this is, as we said, this is a space where they relax. They want it to be blissful. They want all their troubles to disappear for that period of time that they're there. So it'll be fun. There'll be a lot of jokes. There'll be a lot of sass. It'll be nice and easy. If you don't get it, I personally am not fast. As long as you come away and you can say, I've had fun and
Yeah.
I enjoyed, I want to bring my friends, I want to go again. That's all that matters to me, to be honest. But funny enough, when you have fun, you do learn a lot.
100%, right? Yeah, no, and that's what it's all about. We do this because it's fun. we wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't fun. Nobody wants to, it's not a chore, is it? It's something that we love. The music's amazing. Community is amazing. You meet people, all that kind of stuff. So it's fun. So, okay, people, fun. All right. So remember that. Okay. When you go to Shaina's class. All right. What's your favorite move? What's one of your favorite moves that you like to, lead? Anything come to mind?
You know what? I like to turn.
You like to turn?
Turn the follower. Yeah, I like to turn the follower. Gives me a bit of a break from the closeness. Nice little turn. Into a Saida.
Turn into a Saida.
Retrocessu. That together. It's delightful.
What about a move on you that you like leaders to do on you?
You know, I do like a shuffle. I do like a shuffle or a Saida.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And so for those that don't know too much about I'm not a teacher, I'm not going to explain it to you. Shane will explain that to you. But these are basic steps that we have in Kizomba and Saida and the shuffle. They're fundamentals in the dance. And you can do so much with them, which is what's great about the dance. So, yeah. All right.
What's your favourite move?
Okay, to lead or to
lead.
I really like a move. So this is built off of Saida as well, but it's where you bring the lady into you, and you sit her down on your.
Oh, that one, yes.
Yes. Your knee.
Little rest.
Yeah, little rest. Yeah, exactly. So that's one of my favorite moves. Yeah, but anyway, it's all good. But hey, this is not about me. Anyway, hey, all right. The next question actually leads into what we were just talking about. Okay, so what do you think makes a really good lead and follower? Okay, so if we start with leading, what in your opinion, what are the fundamentals that you need to have to be I'm messing up my own question, but basically, what makes a good leader?
Keeping it simple.
Keeping it simple.
Keeping it simple and musicality. It's like the formula to greatness. I don't need all these massive tricks or lifting me up, swinging me around the room. I don't need any of that. Literally a passada would do me great. And if you know the song like the back of your hand, and I know it like the back of my hand, and we both stop, start, do funny moves in between, honestly, heavenly. That's all I need.
Do you know, it's really interesting you say that, and the fact that you're a teacher and you say that as well, because what happens in Kizomba, I've noticed a lot, is that a lot of people, well, we're talking about leading in particular, and obviously most leaders are men. Obviously there are great female leaders as well, but obviously it's a man and a woman dance, so the man usually leads, right? So what I find sometimes is that men, they will see other men dancing, and they'll be like, oh, you know what, that guy is amazing, yeah? So it could be like a Mikombo or somebody else, maybe more Semba, because they're doing all these tricks and all these fancy moves, and it looks amazing, right? And the thing about men, a lot of things with men is performance, right? So men have to perform anyway, yeah. So it's all about performance. So they're thinking, okay, right, I want to be like that guy. Yeah, so they think in their minds, I've got to do this move, I've got to do that move. But they haven't really mastered the basics. So it's just interesting that you say as a teacher, you like it to be simple and follow musicality, and that's all you need. It's really interesting to hear.
Honestly.
Yeah, because people thinking like, yeah, I need to do that to make the girl have a good time and all that. But it's coming from your mouth, right? It's not necessarily the case.
It's not necessarily the case. Don't get me wrong. Semba is my favourite out of Kizomba and Semba, and I will always have a good time when the lead can do a lot of different tricks. It excites me, etc. However, there's only so long that you can dance Semba. There's a reason why they switch the songs from fast to slow.
Exactly.
You can't, unless your stamina is magnificent or that of a marathon runner, it's impossible for you to maintain that. And guess what we have to get back to after Semba's done? Keeping it very simple because you're tired.
Yeah,
and it's a lot of work. It's exercise. It's pretty much exercise. So keep it simple and do the musicality right. And honestly, it's magnificent. I think what is missing from the dance scene is genuine connections.
Mhm.
And that's something I've been looking for years now, like a genuine connection on the dance floor. You meet up with someone on the dance floor and it just blends together like two cogs
Mhm.
in a wheel. It gels, it works. You're both in tune with the music, and especially if both parties are supposed to be listening to the music.
Mhm.
If you're both on the same time as the music, with music being the master, then it's sweet, very sweet.
So yeah, music is the master. Follow the music, and just try and be in sync with your partner, right? Isn't it? And just keep it basic. Really
Yeah.
sounds easy. It is easy, but yeah, you don't have to run before you can walk. Trying to do all these fancy things, and you have heard it from a teacher, people. So yes, all right. So that's leading. Then what about following? What makes a good follower? You say
Musicality.
musicality.
Musicality again. She needs to, or they need to be in tune with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Most importantly, that's the first thing they need to listen to, and then their body needs to respond to the leader. So if you're listening to the music and one with the music, and hopefully the leaders also listen to music and feeling the music, you both will be one.
Mm-hmm.
And not anticipating anything.
Mm-hmm.
If you anticipate, you ruin everything. You ruin the formula. Don't guess. Just as I say to the followers in my class, all you need to do is feel and then follow. You have to feel it first before you're able to follow it. You can't just reinvent the wheel and try and guess what's going to come next.
Mm-hmm.
Even me, sometimes I make the mistake of, I know the song, I know where the halt is or where it's going to break, and I'm ready to break.
Okay,
But
so
then the
yeah.
leader doesn't break, and I'm like, oh, made a
Okay,
mistake.
right, yeah,
Who's
okay.
made the mistake, me or you?
Yeah. Okay, that's interesting.
So
Okay.
yeah, you have to get out of the habit of anticipating and thinking, and trying to don't learn a pattern of a lead. Every lead has a pattern, but then the lead may switch it up.
Mm.
And you can't guess and think, oh, he's going to pull me out. He may not pull you out. He may turn you. You never know. So feel it, follow it, and musicality.
Amazing. So, because I think that the dance is seen as or some people might interpret it as the man has to lead the woman, and everything the man has to do, it's on him. But would you say that the follower has a responsibility as well?
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's a partner dance, it's not a singular person dance. So both parties need to be involved. The lead will forever have to be active predominantly, but the follower also has to be active
Mm-hmm.
insofar as they always operate with forward intention. So
Mm-hmm.
they have to be present in the dance. It doesn't make sense if they're not there, because the lead might as well dance at the lamppost
Yeah.
if it's not responding.
Yeah.
It's all about call and response.
Mm-hmm.
So if the leader is calling, the follower then has to respond. So if they're not active in it or they're not present in it, then
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't become a partner dance. It's like varying percentages between different elements
Mm-hmm.
of the dance. There may be times of which the lead may require the follower to do a bit more
Mm-hmm.
and add more percentage to the dance, and vice versa.
Okay.
But essentially, both parties need to be
Yeah.
active for the dance to become one. And I think that's what's forgotten. The terminology of lead and follow makes it seem as if the follower is just trailing behind, but you're not
Exactly.
trailing behind.
Yeah.
You're still keeping up. You're still there. You're still present. You just need to respond when
Yeah.
is your time to shine.
Exactly.
And I don't think that's relayed to the followers so much. They just think they have to be carried everywhere. And it's like the leader's not carrying you, the leader's carrying their own body weight.
Yeah.
And then to carry you
Yeah.
is a lot, because now if the lead then has to remain active throughout, then the lead has to do a lot. He has to listen to the music. He has to do the steps. He has to execute the steps. He has to work out as to whether the follower can do those steps in the first few seconds of the dance, as well as if the follower is like a lamppost, then he has to stop doing some of that to then focus on you.
Yeah.
Is a lot. So some of the burden needs to now be put onto the follower. And if
Yeah.
the follower is following, and is musically in tuned, then it takes off so much weight off the leader, because they can just dance.
Yeah.
They can just focus on dancing and nothing else.
Yeah.
It becomes less of a chore.
No, absolutely. And dropping some gems here, because I've been to a few classes in my time, and I don't think I don't listen to what the females are being taught, or a lot. But I don't really think I've heard this before, where there's a bit more responsibility on the followers to be active, like what you were saying. So I think this is golden information even for people who've been dancing for a while, and obviously for new people as well. So just think that as well. It's a partner dance, isn't it? At the end of the day. So okay, great. And then just on that, so we talk about leading and following. So I think with some men as well, it depends on them. So what I mean by that, if I give my example, is when I first, so that one of the first lessons I had, you know what the funny thing about this story is that actually it was in a place called Corks. So Corks, so where you teach now, years ago, I'm talking about for the old school Kizomba people in the UK, old school, in the West End, there was a club called Corks. And that's where you teach on Tuesdays nights was back then. But anyway, what makes this story interesting is because I think this lesson was with your mum, actually. So I was in this class, and it was early days for me, and one of the first lessons I ever had. And I was with this lady dancing. And, because you're new to it, I'm holding her. But obviously, I think, because it's quite a close dance, right? You get nervous. Lots of stuff going on in your mind. So I'm holding her, and then she looks in my eyes and she says to me, "You're holding me too tight." Yeah, you're holding me too tight. I was like, oh my God, okay, right. So I need to let go. It's like, okay. And then obviously you have to learn not to hold too tight and not to be, whatever it is, you got to learn because, you're learning this dance.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's one thing. So I learned how to be a bit lighter. But the point I'm making is that another class I went into, I was dancing with a girl, and she says to me, "You're not holding me tight enough." Right? So then I'm thinking, what is this dance? What are we doing here? Right? So it's getting that fine line of understanding where your energy needs to be.
Yeah.
And like you say, being in tune with your partner. So there's lots of little things you have to learn, which is why in my first class, I didn't like it because I just couldn't get anything, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
This is why I say the first class is the pinnacle moment for new generations, because a lot of teachers try and rush through a routine.
Yeah.
And try and get to the end of it. And it's not about getting to the end of it. One is about having fun primarily. And two, they just need to get something.
Yeah.
They just need to get something. If it's a side basic, if it's traveling, if it's being able to open the woman, turn the woman. If they can walk away from the class and say, I've accomplished this and I can practice this, then that will be the start of the building blocks for the next thing that they learn in the next class.
Absolutely.
With that person or somewhere else. Just a sense of, we're all humans. A sense of accomplishment is...
Yeah, makes you want to go forward as well. Okay. I think I've asked this question, but I just want to just finish off on it. In terms of, what are your thoughts on the basic steps then? What, how much value do you put on people and getting the basics right?
Oh, a lot of value. Without the basics, you can't do much.
Yeah.
Because each of these complicated moves that a lot of people are so fascinated by, the core element comes from understanding and mastering your basics. Without that, you don't have any foundation at all to go on. Like, what are you? It's like trying to be an engineer without your maths degree or GCSEs.
Wow.
You can't be an engineer if you don't have those basics. It's the same with dance.
Engineer without maths. Sorry. I'm loving it.
It's the same logic.
Yeah.
So you can't have one without the other, essentially. So yeah.
Wow. Yeah, man. So basics are key. And, I always say, as you know, I'm not a stranger of going to a beginner's class. I mean, I've been dancing well over 10 years, but I'm not afraid to go to, but never, ever too afraid to do that, because I always think that you can learn something new, believe it or not. And you have to keep those steps grounded, man. Still a long way off being a great dancer, but I'm always happy to do those basics. Always, always, always. But okay, cool. All right then. How are we doing, Shaina?
All good.
First guest. All good?
Amazing. Honoured.
I'm honoured. Okay. Let's talk about personal music preferences, yeah? So this question, you might not know, but What's your favorite Kizomba song? If there is one.
God.
I know that's a bit of a hard question.
Let's just go with the first one. What's it called? Oh, sugar. Silencio by Tabanca Jazz.
All right. We need to get that song. Okay. Well, Silencio by Tabanca Jazz. Yeah? That's your favorite song.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we can all Google that. But okay, that's cool. That's cool. All right. Excellent. Why?
You know, it's the instruments. Tabanca Jazz and his band. It's just all the raw and real instruments that are playing. Like I can even hear the trumpets in the background now, like the intro song and everything. The way it starts, and it's just like the song is like a massive hug. It's like a massive hug. You can just imagine doing the simplest steps with someone.
Okay.
Nothing too complex, nothing too crazy. Just someone holds you, you hold them, you connect, you hear the music. Yeah.
Any of you are in a club and you see Shaina there and you hear that song come on after you've Googled it, you need to grab her, but make sure you get your basic steps right. But that's what I gotta say. Anyway, okay. So is that a song that when it comes on, you have to you have to grab someone? You can't just be standing there by yourself.
You know what?
Or is it?
The more and more I attend venues, I like to dance solo.
Okay, interesting.
Just close my eyes and hold my stomach.
Okay.
And just, just rock with it.
All right, so if she's doing that, leave her alone, basically.
Yeah,
forget
the
what I
eyes
said
are
before.
closed. Don't even attempt.
Right.
I'm in it.
Okay.
Locked in.
No, but that's fine, because sometimes you want to, you can do that. You can go out and dance, or you can just feel the music by yourself, right? So
yes, and I remember when I first heard that song, it was at Gemba when it was at a different venue, and I was dancing with someone, and I was in a rush to Shazam it because I was like, this song is incredible, honestly incredible. And then a DJ walked past and was like, it's Silencio. I was like, why are you telling me to be quiet? I don't understand. I was like, it's Silencio. I was like, oh, okay. I get it. That's the name.
Okay, cool. All right. So that's okay, cool. So that's your favorite song. Thank you. What is on your playlist right now? A couple of songs.
Lord have mercy. Oh, there's a. Can I look at my phone?
Yeah.
Magnificent. Because there's a song that I heard.
Yeah.
Oh, it's magnificent. Where is it? Okay.
Just give us a title though.
There's Vuba Bear by Little Saint. And the other one I'm obsessed with, Shaina Kalila. I don't know who the main artist is, but Philo Dezua is featured.
Magnificent. Okay.
And then we'll do another last one, Guinea by Tabanca Jazz.
Tabanca Jazz again.
Yeah,
all right.
Obsessed.
3 songs there, people. You've heard it there. You can research those and play them. Okay, cool.
They'll be written in the comments.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I got a question for you, okay? I want you to imagine a meal, okay?
Already there.
You're there. Right. So, you've got... Okay, normally we have 3-course meals, right? But I'm going to say a 3-course meal. But sometimes when people go out, you have your starter, your main, you have your dessert, and then you have a coffee afterwards. Some people like a coffee afterwards, right? So we'll call it a 4-course, yeah, for those people. But it helps me because I want to ask you some stuff. So imagine, okay, let's just say 3-course meal. Let's go back to that for a second. You have Kizomba, Semba, Tarashina, and Compa.
Jeez.
Yeah? How would you arrange that meal? So what's your starter? What's your main course? What's your dessert? And what's your coffee? So Kizomba, Semba, Tarashina, Compa.
You know what? We'll start with Samba first.
Okay.
Nice and quick. And then, like I said, you've got to slow down at some point. So we'll start with Samba. And we'll go with Kizomba, Tarashina, and then Compa.
You want to finish off with Compa?
100%.
So out of all those four, is compa your favorite? All right. Compa.
It's touched my soul.
It's touched your soul. Okay. So again, for those people who are new to Kizomba, compa is a slightly different musical dance
Genre.
genre.
Style.
Yeah. So can you explain a little bit about compa, please, Shaina?
Lord. I mean, I'm not au fait with it. What I'm saying could be incorrect,
Okay.
but it's derivative of Zouk, from French Caribbean islands. And that's pretty much all I can say on that
Okay.
matter.
No, that's cool. That's fine.
Can't say much more.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's the Caribbean sounds and the roots that I resonate with, and I just can't. Anytime I hear it, I can't not stay. I could be on my way out up the stairs and I have to run back down. It's that serious.
Is there any kind of movement that you have to make in compa, Shaina?
It's predominantly gyration.
Gyration.
No one is condoning such behaviours.
Gyration.
However, it can be respectful, so long as both parties know that it's just a dance and it stays on the dance floor, nowhere else.
Okay. So I know a lot of people are going to be Googling compa or looking up compa now. But anyway, yeah. Okay. So that's cool. All right. So sorry. So you said you started off with Semba and then
Kizomba.
Sarashina. And then compa. Yeah. Okay. Nice meal. Okay.
You slow it down.
Slow it
right down.
Cool. Lovely. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, let's talk quickly about the dance community then. So obviously, we've been dancing Kizomba for a long time. It's amazing. It's a great community. I've made a number of friends in Kizomba. And you go out, you meet people, you don't just dance, you socialize sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a great community. But obviously it's international, as well. So have you had any memorable experiences with dancers from different parts of the world that you can talk about? Anything that stands out, or what have your experiences been like from the international community in dancing Kizomba?
Well, it's been good. I've only started venturing out abroad this year, funny enough, to dance. But yeah, it's been good. One person I did dance with internationally was what's his name? Carlos Camba. Danced with them on Tuesday. Very good dancer. Turns out I've got a lot to learn because that dance was very challenging.
Okay, Carlos, teacher training here, teaching the teacher. But anyway, okay, cool.
Yeah. He's very good at what he does.
Yeah.
I've been watching him a while actually with his dance partner. So yeah, very, very good. And yeah, I mean, not only teachers, but also DJs, discovering different types of music I'd never heard before. So I went to Switzerland.
Oh, nice.
To dance for Guinea-Bissau weekend. I went to Malaga to dance again for Afro Festival. And yeah, I think those are the only two that I went to this year. But to discover the different teachers, the DJs, to go attend the workshops and things like that, it's just different. It's just different to the UK. And I think that's what I've been hungry for sometimes, something different to the London scene. Let's say, I don't know about the UK, but the London scene in particular.
Okay, cool. So Carlos, then you obviously can dance with him again if you see him, and he puts through your paces and get even better and better and better. So yeah, okay. Definitely. Does he come over to the UK often, or? No,
I think he was just here for an event on Monday, and then seeing as he was still in London, see something else, to attend another place again. So yeah, I'm glad I took the opportunity when I had it.
Like you said, we're all still learning, right? So
always never stop. Always learning, irrespective of what title or status people like to 100%. Put forward.
Great. And then what's your favourite festival that you've attended so far?
Oh, Lord.
Or do you attend the festivals?
So little. I mean, I enjoyed Afro Festival in Malaga, the only proper one abroad that I've been to. But I'm planning to go to many more next year. But that one was an amazing one for me. Just I've always wanted to dance abroad, and to be able to dance with the sun on your skin, a bunch of other people, and just relaxed clothing, and no one really cares, and there's food and there's drink. And it's
Nice.
amazing, especially in a room or on a rooftop with no one knows who you are.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Sometimes you just want to get away.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So that's international then. So what about the UK then? So what are some of the places you like to go to in the UK?
I don't know. I haven't really explored the UK that much. Chocolate, I enjoy on a Tuesday. O'Neill's, I enjoy as well. I recently went to one in Bristol,
Mhm.
Noitada Maluka. That was a good time. Again, different level of dancing. I think for me personally, I just aspire to improve my level each and every time. So if I'm surrounded by people who are better than me, is amazing. It's as the saying goes, if you're in a room and you're the dumbest person in the room, then you're in the right room.
Yeah.
Basically, it's the same with dance. So
Yeah.
I'm constantly trying to be in the room where I'm not the best dancer.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so there's more work to do, and it's always nice to have another goal, another challenge to have set myself to sort of accomplish, basically.
Okay. Great. Excellent. So you mentioned O'Neill's and chocolate. Yeah. So do you there regular? Well, obviously chocolate you teach in there, but O'Neill's you go there often?
Not as regularly, but I taught there last week,
Mhm.
and I'm planning to incorporate that into my menu, as
Okay.
it were.
Cool. Yeah, and another great, obviously big up to chocolate and O'Neill's as well because they've been going for a long time. So they're well-established places in the UK. So cool. Big up to those guys doing that. So obviously Kizomba brings people together.
Mhm.
Yeah. So my question to you is, how has Kizomba impacted your life?
Um, it's my safe space, is what I'd say. It's somewhere that I would never leave. Anyone who enters my life understands that I will not compromise on dance. I will never compromise on dance, and that will always be the go-to. If I'm stressed out, something's not working, once I'm on the dance floor, I don't think about anything else. So yeah, it's impacted my life a lot, and to the point now where now I want to go abroad. Now I'm setting up my own dance experience and things like that, just because I want to, as I said, spread the bug, spread it wide.
Spread it wide, and absolutely. So we both want to spread it wide because obviously part of this podcast is to spread the joy of this amazing dance to as many people as we can as well. So 100%. I'm gonna ask you a bit of a left question here. Just came to me, right? Just came to me. So you said you don't compromise.
Yes.
All right. Said gentleman is trying to get with you, and
It's already not happening.
okay, all right. So I don't think we need to go there.
Continue though.
Yeah, all right, cool.
No. What's the question?
Oh, the question is, so because you said you don't compromise, so it's like, guys trying to holler at you, get with you, and he doesn't like you dancing.
I've had that before.
Yeah. So I guess my question is that guy out the door?
He is out the door.
We can stop it there. That's what I need to know.
He's
I
out
just want
the
to find out
door.
because you said yeah, you said you don't compromise. I just wanted to clarify.
Yeah,
okay.
it's not that's maybe less frequently,
Yeah.
but I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
That
Simple as
that can't be
Yeah.
taken away or changed. I'm a dancer.
100%.
That's it.
They got to accept it, and yeah, I mean, we could talk about that another time. But
I
sometimes
mean, you can attend and
Yeah.
see how unsexual the dance is. Me personally, I respect myself enough to not engage in that behavior. But you may see other people behave, and they're well within their rights to do so long as there's consent and within reason.
Yeah, no, thank you. Lovely. Okay, so a bit about. So I know obviously that you are doing your own thing, and you mentioned that. So you obviously teaching, you do that most weeks, but then you've got some other things that you've got on this. Well, I'd say on the side, but other things that you do. So I'm talking specifically about one of your events. So tell us about. Is it called the Intimate Kizomba Experience?
I changed it
Oh,
from
okay.
when I first started. So now it's just Kizomba Dance Experience, or otherwise known as KDE for short. So it's less of a mouthful. So yeah, basically it's, as you had said, intimate and intensive experience of which attendees will learn the fundamentals, the basics of Kizomba in a fun, interactive way. So rather than your typical class of an hour, you learn a routine, you do its music, and then that's it. It's more you interact with not only the teachers but also the students as well. So you've got things like dancing with water bottles on your head or dancing inside hula hoops and things like that, just to get you thinking outside of the box on what you are doing, what you're not doing, and how you can do it better, basically. So I've done 4 this year so far, started in February. Obviously, you had attended
I
the
was at the
pilot.
first one, pilot. Yes.
Attended the pilot and then came to the last one of 2023. Um, and yeah, it's always had great feedback, and I'm just trying to make it bigger and better. And again, just spread the bug in a different way to what's being done at the minute. Because classes are, again, it's militant, it's mundane, you know what to expect. But if you attend a 4-hour experience with other people who you may have never interacted with initially, then now you've got more people within your dance community that you can liaise with, go to. And I've seen on Instagram some people who were introduced together at the pilot one going to salsa congresses with each other and things like that. And I'm not too sure if they knew each other before, but you can see the dance community is, it's just growing, and that's what it's about: building it, growing it, maintaining it, and just spreading the joy and love of Kizomba.
Exactly. I can't say anything more to that. Exactly, that's what it's all about. So 100%. So in terms of scaling your experience, then have you got any plans to make it big? What are your plans for the future for it?
So next year I am looking into doing 2 levels, so beginners and improvers. And I mean, the underlying message again is about building the community, growing it, but also having the next generation of dancers be great. Essentially, when I had started, a lot of people had fallen off in terms of the dance, and now I feel like it's just me of my generation who is consistent. And now it's a lot of new faces and not a lot of consistent people or committed people to the dance. So I personally think giving people the opportunity to be able to find the love and joy in the dance will help them to become consistent and more frequent, basically. And that's pretty much what I want, just a new generation of great dancers.
Amazing. And we need to keep that because this is an amazing dance and it needs to be done well. They need to learn the basics, and that joy needs to keep going on and on and on, right?
Yeah.
We never want to lose this dance. Never. You know, I've just realized, first episode of the podcast, but if your mic is it, I'm hoping the sound is a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, towards the end we get most of the sound, but it's all right.
Wow.
So, okay.
Oh, Lord.
All right. So I think I've asked you the question then. It was around what, so you've got that intimate experience, but is there any other exciting projects that you have going on in the world of Kizomba, or is that the main things in the future?
The main one. There are some other projects, of which I can't speak about currently just yet, which are due to be happening in 2024, but it's beneficial for me personally as well as the rest of the community as well.
Fantastic. Okay, well, we'll look out for what that is. Yeah. So, okay, cool. Is there a Kizomba bucket list? Is there anything in Kizomba that you want to do that you haven't done yet? What's on your bucket list for Kizomba, or are you just going with emotions?
Very much going with emotions, but the main one was being abroad.
Okay.
And I'm going to conquer that next year by going to as many festivals as I can afford.
Okay.
And as work will allow me in terms of time off.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, mainly the abroad scene, and just to see what it's like, become familiar with it. Because I remember everyone of your dance generation would go off to festivals during the summer, and I didn't understand. And I was like, where are you guys going? Like, there's no one here. I was so consistent every week. O'Neill's. And everyone who could dance had gone. And I was like, I'm just not getting where everyone's going. Now I understand why everyone's going abroad. And I've caught that bug too.
Yeah, came a bit late, but it's all good. It's all good.
Honestly.
No, I say late, but we attended our first festival, I think it was 2016 or 17. And since that time, I went back nearly every year, pretty much. And then a few other festivals in between. So I think once you get the festival bug and you realize it's not just London, and there are good dancers actually out there, in Europe as well. So it's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Places like literally 2 hours away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So talks a lot about teaching, and obviously we have beginners, we have dancers who've been dancing for some time as well. But what about the people watching who are thinking about becoming teachers or doing something similar to you? Do you have any advice, gems, or anything you can give them about becoming a teacher, what to look out for, or what they should do, or anything like that?
Be patient and be kind to yourself. It's no easy feat to be a teacher. And there's always room for improvement, and you're not perfect. So you have to, I guess it's about showing the students that you're also human.
Yeah.
I think people get caught up in the title teacher, and then they create a scale of I'm here, you're here. And it's not necessarily about that. And this is one thing that I see Josie do in her classes, where she tells people that she's not a teacher, she's a dancer.
Oh, great.
So we're all here.
Yeah.
All at this level. She's going to learn from them and they're going to learn from her in different ways. So it's just letting people know that you're also human. You're not a robot. You don't know everything. You will make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time. I forget to be like when I'm trying to flip brains from being a leader to a follower. I'm not scared to just stand there and hesitate and be like, yeah, if you want to come and tell me the follower's side, that would be perfect, because I'm having to do 2 roles at the same time. So yeah, don't be kind to yourself, be patient, and yeah, make sure that it is something that you want to do.
Yeah.
Basically, don't just do it because you think it's about the money or the title. The students will smell if that's what you're after, for sure.
Sniff it out.
Sniff it out, for sure.
Yeah. Okay, no, that's really important as well. I guess you have to have a love. Well, that's like anything, isn't it? You have to have a love for what you do to be really good at it and make it come across really, really well. So, okay, that is amazing. That is amazing. Is there anything that you, how can we reach you, or where you at, or what you're doing? So for the people that are watching, where's the best place to see you or experience you? Anything you want to plug out for yourself?
At my house, sleeping, really. It's the best version of me.
Okay, that's the best version of you. All right.
But Tuesdays at Chocolate Kizomba, be at 1 Regent Street. Wednesdays, Bath Salsa Temple, Tropical Wednesdays. So that's me teaching socially, obviously both of those places. Sometimes I'll be at O'Neill's every once in a while. And there's also Drenna on Saturdays, first Saturday of the month, usually. That's where I normally am.
Drenna is whereabouts is Drenna?
Brixton.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
South
Brixton.
side.
South side, not too far from the station, about 200 to 300 guests at a time. Or you could come to my dance experience.
There you go. Right at the end. Got it in there. Absolutely. Definitely.
That intimate one-to-one.
Yes, definitely. I went to the pilot. It was great. Went to one recently as well. It was great. And not just the dancing. There's some great food there as well.
Some great food, guys. Some great food. Some of us are a chef.
Yeah.
Chef just don't have the title.
Yeah, good food. But anyway, cool. All right. But Shaina, listen, thank you so much. All right. But before we let you go, And I've fired a lot of questions at you,
Mm-hmm.
but there's some other questions that I want to ask you. All right, some kind of different style, fun kind of questions. So we have some cards here. Shuffle them up a little bit. And there are 4 cards. So I'd like you to pick 3 of them and answer 3.
Oh.
And then the last card that's left, I will answer.
Oh, you will? Okay.
The very last card. So
Interesting.
I don't know what card it's going to be. But anyway. All right. So the first one, you just pick one for now.
Oh, that one.
Which way?
This.
Yeah, take it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Lovely.
So take it.
Wait, do I see it?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
So you read the card, you read the question to us, and then you give us the answer.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So it says, if you could dance Kizomba anywhere in the world, where would your dream dance location be and why? Lisbon. Without shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
Actually, it says Kizomba. Okay, not any other dance. Yes, Lisbon. I love Lisbon. I think it's a magical place. I don't get bored of it. For me, it's really small, and I know Lisbon like the back of my hand. And yeah, it's just, honestly, it's just great. And I think that's where, was it August 2020? Must be 2020. I think we were slowly coming out of the lockdown and we could start to travel. Went to Lisbon to dance Kizomba. I couldn't, but I said, you know what? I love the language. I want to be around it. I want to hear it. That's why I would dance on the beach.
Beach, Lisbon, yeah. I agree. Lisbon's really nice.
Yeah.
Lovely place. Lovely, lovely place. Okay, great. Card number 2.
Right. Get that one. Okay. If you could invite a famous person, dead or alive, to dance Kizomba with you, who would it be and why? You know who? Carlos Burity.
Carlos Burity?
Yeah. He died in what year did he die in? Maybe 2023. I think 2021 or 2020, I think, from COVID. His songs are amazing. He's just like godfather when it comes to Kizomba. And Yuri da Cunha paid tribute to him when I went to Lisbon earlier on in the year to watch him perform live. Yeah, his songs are amazing. Like, what's the song, Paxi Yami or something like that? It's just, every song he sings is just, it touches your heart. There's another one, Julieta, that he sings, which I found out recently.
Okay, so say the name again so people can hear.
Paxi Yami, Paxilami. Okay. And then Julieta is the other one. It's just, it'd give you a big hug.
Did you say he passed away?
He passed away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sad time.
Yeah.
Oh, that one. Oh, delicious. If Kizomba were a flavour, what would it taste like? Rice and peas. Is that a flavour? That's not a flavour.
In the house.
That's not a flavour,
Rice
is it?
and peas.
Oh.
Coconut's in there, but anyway.
I know, I was thinking coconut, but why? Coconut, tropical. Warms the heart.
Warms the heart.
It's like comfort. If you put coconut into it, it's like comfort food, like Bounty. It's like,
Okay, all right. I'll let you have
comforting.
That one. Comforting.
That's what I would say. Or...
No, go on, say it.
I was going to say Neapolitan, but that's horrific.
Hey, it's whatever makes you feel... Look, because I'm going to make you feel good, right? So whatever makes you feel good, that's the answer in terms of what it tastes like.
You know what? I know after this, I'm going to come up with the perfect one.
No worries. But it's cool. You answered it.
Coconut. That's it.
Coconut. All right. So the question you avoided is for me.
Avoided? I had no choice.
Yeah, I know. I would have really liked to hear what you had on this one.
I can still answer it.
I guess so. All right. So name 3 essential items you always have in your dance bag. So, okay, as a guy, don't really have a bag, but 3 essential items that I would take out with me are my comb, whatever. Anyway, sorry. But anyway.
Combing my thoughts and feelings.
Yeah, combing my thoughts. No, sorry guys and girls. But it would be my handkerchief, yeah?
Oh,
Because
yes.
when you dance, or
Mhm.
when I dance anyway, having a bald head, man, I sweat quite a lot. And that sounds really, I know, anyway. But the point is, you're having a good time and you sweat. So I need a hanky, yeah, to
It's
keep
exercise.
yeah, exactly, to keep my head not sweating too much. The other one would be some aftershave or something that smells nice. Yeah, because you need to be refreshing yourself, definitely. All right. So that's number 2. And number 3 would probably be another t-shirt or something like that. So yeah, I think those 3 things would be what I would bring as a guy. So all right, then you can answer the question as well then, because
So
I'm interested to know what ladies.
chewing gum
Chewing gum. Oh yeah, I should have changed it. But anyway, yeah, chewing
for
gum.
for the community.
Yes.
Perfume.
Perfume.
And my dance shoes.
Dance shoes.
Cannot leave without my dance shoes.
Yeah, I'm always interested with that question because I'm interested to see if it's a girl, what they say, because I thought they'll be very similar. So dance shoes. So you always come out with 2 pairs of dance shoes?
Just one.
Just
so
one.
I wear flats.
Okay.
I come out in flats, and
Yeah.
then the dance shoes.
Then dance shoes.
Perfume, obviously, I have to smell nice. Chewing gum.
Yeah, it's got to be done.
Up close and personal.
Yeah.
Don't know what anyone's had for lunch.
Yeah, man.
I personally don't sweat. I actively don't sweat. Make it my life's mission to not sweat on the dance floor.
So how do you do that? You just don't sweat, or you just dance one song, then stop, then what?
Got to tap into the homeostasis.
Okay.
You just got mentally tell it's no sweating today.
I need to try that. No, that's cool. That's cool.
Try not to overexert myself.
Yeah.
Just keep it chilled.
Unless it's compa with gyration.
I'm telling you,
but anyway,
I will sweat standing still.
Oh, I gotta love compa, man. It's all good. Exactly. Oh, look, Shaina, listen, thank you so much for joining us on the first episode of this Kizomba Conversations podcast, being our first guest and just being a great first guest, actually. Thank you for coming here.
Thank you.
It's been a joy, and I hope to get you back in the future and get some updates, see where things are and, how your dancing, teaching has evolved.
Yeah.
And obviously how your experience in terms of what you're doing is evolving as well, yeah? So thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Everybody, I want to say thank you to Shaina. I hope you enjoyed the first episode. If you like the content, please let us know, and we can be back with some more amazing guests to share this wonderful world of Kizomba that we all love. So I'm signing out now, and I'm hoping to see you very, very soon. Keep dancing. Basic steps. Peace.